no play, because that means the arrow can move up and down slightly.
But yeah, I like, I usually tie knots above and below, in my D loop, just so that I get consistent string pinch, when it comes back, and my knock's not pinched or all crazy, or the D loop doesn't slip up and down the string. So is that something that you do pretty standard? Just do a soft knot on top and
Nope,
on
I
top
do
and
none.
bottom? You do
No
none?
soft
Yeah.
knots. Nope. And I never had trouble with them, because you're pulling above and below
Uh-huh.
your knock. And
Right.
some people say, well, I need a little bit of play in there. You don't
Yeah.
want any play in there. No play, because that means the arrow can move up and down slightly.
Right.
And
Right.
even though it's maybe only a 16th of an inch, it's
Mm-hmm.
moving a 16th of an inch. Now, at
Yeah.
20 yards, you'll never notice the difference. If you're trying to
Right.
shoot those longer ones,
Yeah.
and you've got that perfect tune on there,
Yeah.
and you know, if you tie them on correctly. Now, the key to making those knots not move,
Yeah.
wax your string loop before you tie the knot. You don't have to wax the middle, but you
Uh-huh.
want to wax where the knot's going to be tied. And
Right.
mine are so short to start with, they can be hard to get on, because I burn one end, cut them 4.5, and burn the other ends under 4.5 inches.
Uh-huh.
And once you get them tied above and below, you pull them tight against there. You take your pliers, you push the knots together, and then
Yeah.
with the arrow in there, you put, like an Allen wrench or something in there, and you
Mm-hmm.
just pull as hard as you can. That's
Yeah.
going to tighten them up, and then you use your pliers and
Squeeze them
squeeze
down.
all
Yep.
together, and
Yep.
that knot will not come untied. You're cutting them off in order to take them off. And if you
Yeah.
cut like the bottom one off,
Uh-huh.
put your arrow on there, tie your
Yeah.
loop on there just like it's going to do, and
Mm-hmm.
then pull it tight, get it as tight as you can, and
Mm-hmm.
then that knot's not going to move. Cut the top one off, tie your other half of it, and then put your knock back in there, slide it down against it, and go through that same process.
Right.
Put it in the
Yep.
exact same spot.
Yep. Yep. That makes sense. Yep.
I've
That's
I've
good
done that
stuff.